am the coffee master. Hello everyone. How are you doing today? I hope that you're doing well. I want to give you a little update. Oh my gosh, but first say that this is a really important video and I hope that you guys watch it through the end, even if you're a little turned off in the beginning. But yeah, the first thing that I would like to say is hi, hello. I've had a hard week and it's been after quite a while of having really good weeks and a really good month. Been on this nice stride, and all of a sudden last weekend I just had a hard day, which turned into a hard week. And I want to say that totally happens before jumping into this super inspiring video where I'm like, you can do anything, you're unstoppable. Take responsibility for your life and do your life right how you want to. I want to say that hard weeks happen, and you know, we ebb and flow with life, alright? With the waves, we go with the flow over here on this channel, while balancing that with being proactive and prioritizing resilience above everything. I'm feeling kind of theatrical today, if you haven't noticed, and my coffee's about done. So I'm gonna pour this into a mug. Which mug should I use today? And then we're gonna jump into this video. See you soon. Hello, welcome back. Before getting into the video, I want to say I'm going to give $10 to the person who can notice what is different about me first. Okay? Okay. Send your comments down below, and then I'll give you my email and we can talk about how I can find your PayPal and give you $10, okay? Game on. Okay, so I'm inspired to make this video because I made this other video called How to Move Out and Move On from Living in Your Narcissistic Parents' House. And it's a hit. Lots of people watch it. Lots of people are very inspired. And I'm so glad, because moving out of my parents' house, my family home, is the best thing I ever did for myself. And even when I'm feeling really low, I like to look back and be like, I did that for myself. Thank God. Where would I be if I hadn't moved out then? Where would I be now? I don't like to think about that. So I don't. Instead, I'm just grateful for myself that I did that. But anyhow, people who are inspired, but not yet ready to move out, they comment on the videos. Lots and lots and lots and lots of people comment on the video and say, I want to move out, but I can't because blah 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 blah. What should I do? And I read that and I go, well, apparently there's nothing you can do. Like, I don't know what to tell you what to do, because you are telling yourself, telling life, that you can't. And so if you say and have it set in your mind that you can't, then apparently there's nothing that you can do. And it's really a difficult thing for me to see and hear, because I really do care. I really want what's best for you. And when I see that you don't. Not you, but some people, you know, they want what's best for themselves, but they don't want it enough to throw away all the obstacles in their way, all of the reasons because XYZ that they can't, to achieve moving out, to achieve this huge foundational step of freedom, alignment, resilience, and happiness. You know, not that happiness is like this self-actualized thing that we're gonna get to one day. It's something that we tune into sometimes. But yeah, this is like a big step, and when people say that they can't do it, I'm just like, oh, but you can. And so this video is all about that, how to throw away that mindset and move forward and become unstoppable. So cheers to being unstoppable. So good. So we all say that we can't do something. And right now, before letting your mind be like, what do I say I can't do? Let your heart bring to surface something that you say that you can't do. What is the first thing that comes to mind? Keep that in mind. But you know, I want to give some examples. Some of us say that we can't have this really beautiful house or car or material surrounding, you know, environment. Some of us say that we can't be a certain ideal look. You know, we can't be thinner. We can't, you know, have style. Some of us say that we can't feel energized and healthy. Some of us say, and this is where it's starting to get really toxic, that we can't stop doing unhealthy behaviors. Some of us say that we can't leave a toxic relationship or environment. Some of us say that we can't do something because of the amount of oppression that we have faced our entire life and that we're possibly facing right now. That is when it gets very, very, very dangerous. I want you guys to get out of your desensitized state of seeing perhaps how bad things are around you. Ooh, I'm getting the chills here. This is not a fun topic, but it's very possible. It is very possible that you're in a bad place right now and you're desensitized to how bad it is. And you're also unaware of the fact that you have power within you to change and to leave, to just simply not accept things as they are because they are bad. You're in a state of acceptance and complacency and powerlessness, and I want to say, I'm going to give you 5 steps forward to becoming unstoppable. The first step is to shift from I can't mentality to I can. From acceptance and complacency and powerlessness and victim mentality. The need to be a victim, the need to be liked, the need to be right, to being unstoppable. From saying I can't do this, I can't stop that, and instead do this, I can't do whatever it is, to I can, I want to, and I'm going to. I'm going to share a story. It may be upsetting to my fellow animal levels, my aminal lovers. Circus owners, when they buy elephants, to train the elephants into being complacent and compliant, they tie elephants when they're babies to sticks in the ground. And the baby elephants aren't strong enough to like get off of the stick, you know, pull it off the ground or pull themselves off the rope. And so like they try to escape, but they learn that they can't. The elephant then grows bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, elephants are like massive and very strong. But when they're adults, they already have it in their head that they're stuck to this stick in the ground and they can't get out. When in all reality, they're massive and strong and likely completely able to escape whatever situation they're in now as the big strong elephant that they are. So I want you to remember that as a baby elephant, you weren't able to. You couldn't change your situation. Totally right, because you were dependent on your caregivers and on a situation that didn't serve you. But now, as a big strong elephant, you are capable of changing your life, taking your power back. I'm sitting on my feet, but it's super not comfortable, so I'm gonna change angles a little bit. I'm sorry if it's kind of weird to look down at me. Stop looking down at me, please. The second step is to realize that if you want X, Y, and Z to change, you have to change. You are going to have to level up from who you are now to the next version of yourself. And what I have found is when I'm trying to change something in my external world, achieve a certain thing, there's a lesson within me that I have to learn, a life lesson of sorts, that I believe is perhaps me becoming the version of myself that's worthy or capable of handling and managing whatever it is that I'm trying to achieve. Or just, yeah, worthy in that, like, oh gosh, okay, never mind with that sentence. If you guys watched my last video, it was a vlog, and in the beginning of the vlog, I was stream of consciousness journaling to myself as my future self right now, to my past self that I have been clinging to desperately, avoiding change, avoiding evolution out of just this attachment to the past and my past, you know, or old current self. A letter to my old self saying, listen, when you are ever in doubt of making this change, if you're ever wanting to revert back to your old self, think about this, you know, retune into this energy, you know, and like re-get your mind right, refocus on where you want to go, and like that vision, that life that you want to align with. And so personally, that change that I am making in my life right now involves surrendering certain habits of mine and ways of relating to other people and relating to myself through, I don't know, this big surrender of this thing in my life. And I don't want to tell you guys the details of it right now, because also it's not super relevant. For you, that probably brings up something within you, like what do you need to surrender and let go of to move on? Or what do you need to incorporate in to move on? If you're being, you know, controlled by this toxic person, you need some separation, some individuality, and perhaps what may feel like some rebellion against this codependent relationship and dynamic in your life and in all of your relationships. So it may feel like separation, but really it's an act of individuality. So many lessons that we learn have to do with learning what we're worthy of and acting in alignment with our worth, and learning what we're capable of and acting up to our potential. And that all takes big lessons of determination and discipline. And then beyond all of that, there's learning how to not only survive, you know, in a pleasant manner, but also thrive and shine. Being able to shine as your most authentic and best self is, a very scary lesson. But, you know, that seems like a big spectrum of lessons that y'all can relate to. Whatever it is that you're saying you can't do, going back to the beginning, realize that you can, and realize that you have to change. In order for that thing to change, there's a big lesson that life is asking you to learn, and a big change within you on a very deep level that life is asking of you to make. The third step is to create a character. A character that embodies the change and is worthy and capable of making this change, that you can tune into, or even in your mind consult with when you're in a moment of wavering confidence, wavering even desire for the change because you're feeling so afraid, or like, oh, difficult life happening here, or I don't want it anymore, I'd rather just, you know, sit on my butt and not change. In moments like that, you can tune into this character. And for me, my character is the Queen of Wands. It's a tarot card, and I'll give you guys a short little description to read here if you're interested. But really what it means to me, the Queen of Wands, is being very loving, very caring and generous and warm, always enthusiastic. But when choosing your character, I encourage you to look at your strengths, and also look at what you valued as a child and incorporate those into this character of yours. So are your strengths being very curious, being very brave, being very team-oriented? Or were your values as a child having lots of fun, being very loving, being very theatrical, being very observant and listening? Incorporate those and play off your strengths when creating this character. And the last thing that I'll say about this is when you have a vision of what you want, belief that you can do it, and you look through this lens of your character, everything in life becomes a clear yes or a clear no. The things around you, the treatment that you accept from others, opportunities that come to your life, decisions that you have to make on a daily basis. Things are like, okay, this is on alignment, okay, this is not. And then, you know, just with every decision, move closer and closer and closer into things that are a yes, are in alignment with this character, with this change, with this life that you want to live. The fourth step is integrity. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Always, always, always. Yes, that's a lot. And that's why a lot of people don't set their sights very far ahead, and they don't achieve this. They don't achieve having integrity and making the changes necessary towards getting to this place, this energy, this feeling, this life that they want to live. But if you're always striving for it and doing your best, you're doing a good job. And you're taking steps forward, I'm sure. You know, even if you take like side step here and there, you're ultimately moving forward. So keep integrity in the back of your mind at all times. No, not in the back of mind, the forefront. Strive to be in integrity with what you say that you want. This lesson that you know that you're learning the hard way or the easy way. Learn it the easy way, stay in integrity, make the change, and enjoy the rewards, reap the rewards. The fifth step from I can't mentality to I can and I am unstoppable mentality is to take radical responsibility for your life. A phrase that I heard recently that I am in love with is the more responsibility you take, the more meaningful your life will be. And I want to share a personal antidote here and say that recently I have been feeling overwhelmed by the amount of responsibility in my life. Once I got a second cat, they both got sick and hurt, and you know, vet bills went up through the roof, and so did food bills, because you know, now kitty number one needs special food, and I'm trying to take care of myself like to this insane degree, and also like take care of people in caregiving and coaching, and you know, also manage beautiful relationships and take this course to enhance my learning and understanding of trauma and healing, and and also process trauma and relationships that are not perfect, and you know, come to acceptance, and I don't know, all this. I've been feeling like it's just a lot, but this phrase hit home with me because all of those things feel like immense responsibilities. However, I would not want it any other way. My cats, I put so much pressure on myself about my cats because I am solely responsible for them, and I want to take really good care of the creatures under my care. You know, they depend on me for life, and I want to give them not just a good life, but the best freaking life ever. And a lot of people in my life don't understand. They're like, your cats are fine, you know, it's fine. But I'm like, no, you don't understand. And same with me, like, I'm doing fine from other people's perspectives. I'm doing really good actually, but internally I know my potential and I'm trying to get there. You know, I want the best life for me possible too, and for my friends and for my family. But you know, that one took a lot of releasing before I can like invest more into that. Anyways, it's really true that the more responsibility I take on, the more fulfilled I feel, especially as all of it snowballs into bringing me closer to what is in perfect alignment with what I really want. Like trauma recovery and resilience coaching is my dream vocation. It's my dharma. This is my dharma. And even though it's responsibility, you know, becoming your best self means taking on responsibility and eventually like serving and helping others become their best self. But the more and more you do it, the more responsibility you take on, and it doesn't get easier bringing things all together for this radical responsibility thing here. But the more you take responsibility for your life and step out of victim role, step out of people pleasing, needing to be liked role, step out of the need to be right role, and the more we take responsibility for ourselves and becoming our best selves and facing all of the things that are in the way of us being that, the more meaningful our lives will be. I know that some of us are in really toxic relationships, and I don't want you to take all of the responsibility in that relationship onto your shoulders. But I do want you to know that if something bad happens, if someone crosses the line and treats you poorly, it is your responsibility to enforce a boundary and not accept that, and rather enforce change. Make a change happen. Don't rely on this other person to make the change. Take responsibility onto yourself to make the change. And when other obstacles come into your way that don't involve other people, but life, you know, say your car breaks down and you just spent your money on investing into something that will help you heal, and so you don't have the money to spend on your car, and you're like, oh my god. Take responsibility instead of judging the situation and blaming things going wrong or yourself for making poor judgments, poor choices. Take responsibility, look forward, and figure it out. Make it happen. I know that this is a little bit cold, especially for those who are in really oppressive situations, tying everything back together to the beginning of this conversation. But it's colder to allow yourself, Kitty's here, to stay in that situation. And your best friends may not tell you this because they want to, you know, make you happy and hold you and, you know, comfort you. But I don't want to necessarily do that for you. I want to be a good friend in a sense that I'm being honest and let you know that that mentality, the I can't mentality, the life is too oppressive for me as an individual, like, I'm unique in this entire life and that I can't change my circumstances. That's not going to get you anywhere. And my friend, I want you to go places. I want you to get into alignment and live a life that you're proud of. Live a life that you deserve. And so please know that I'm saying this to you with the utmost care and compassion and confidence in you. I believe that you can do it. And I really want you to. So it's not going to be easy any step of the way. You know, you think that this step is hard, well, guess what? The next one's going to be hard too. But ultimately, I mean, you'll get better places. So my advice to you on concluding thoughts is to take this very seriously. Take your life seriously and your power over your life, your control over your life very seriously. But balance that with not taking yourself too seriously, okay? At the end of the day, we're all gonna die. It's just true. So don't take it too seriously. You know, have fun with it. Put a little bit of fun into your character. And the second thing that I want to say is find relief in knowing that the end of the journey is very rewarding. Know that it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Okay? So last thing I want to say is that yesterday has nothing to do with this. That's all I have to say about the video. But yesterday I took a Taekwondo class for the first time and it was awesome. So awesome. I cannot even express it. It was so cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And also, I've been knitting a scarf. Look at that. And I love it. It's Slytherin colors. And you know, I consider myself a brave person. I say what's on my mind, even though it's scary to do that sometimes. You know, I'm a Gryffindor at heart, but I made a Slytherin scarf. Team Slytherin. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go now. So, I'm late to work. I really am gonna go. And I hope that you guys like this video. Congratulations to the person who won $10. And to all of you for watching this and putting your heart into your change of your life. Get down, get down. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Talk to you later. Peace. Oh God, was that in the shot this whole time? Got some coffee for work too. Gonna let that cool down. Let's go. Oh my gosh. What? When did it stop filming? Oh my gosh. How's it going? Should I get rid of anything? I think I should. I think up here is the way to go. The lighting is just better up here. But then I need a seat. I need to sit right here on these pillows like this. And you need to come down just a little bit. Come down, come down. Come down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Okay. Get down even further. Okay, that's just about perfect. Just about perfect. Why am I recording? Wasting space on my memory card. I'm gonna run out. No, no, no. No, I'm not. Get it together. Get it together. Nope. Shoot.